stands for, as well as our freedom and all those who serve to protect it. The playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to Milwaukee and welcome to the Dome at Valley Fields, as today we have the Marquette men's lacrosse home opener when the Utah Utes of the ASUN Conference travel east for this contest on National Marquette Day. Alongside my partner Eric Simon, I'm Dan Abington. Eric, we've been told to expect a fast-paced, fun game today. What are you looking for this afternoon?
Yeah, both teams are early on in their season, so they're trying to figure out what's going to work and what doesn't work. And yeah, we'll hopefully see some fast breaks for sure.
For Marquette, their offense this year is led by Devin Cowan. Just as he was last season, he is the go-to guy once again.
Right, he's got 3 goals so far this season, 2 coming off of man-up opportunities. So he's really looking to get something going in the 6v6 open offense or, again, on a fast break.
Meanwhile, for the Utes, Tyler Bradbury has quarterbacked their offense and had a big game in a win over number 17 Vermont.
Yeah, I believe he's a sophomore, right? So we have 18 sophomores on this Utah team. So it's not out of the ordinary to have a young leader out there, but we'll see what he's made of, because maybe they haven't seen as many things being a sophomore as the 2 seniors on the team.
We're all set to go here from the seasonal bubble at Valley Fields. Marquette looking to bounce back after a loss to Jacksonville last week, and Utah in search of win number 2. Here we get a look at the Utah Utes wearing their all-red uniforms. Making the trip east today. They've had 2 ranked opponents so far on the season, and that's made them quite battle-tested so far, Eric.
Right, yeah, and we watched them in a 5v4 drill during pregame here, and taking lots of quick shots, lots of outside shots. They are anxious to score.
Marquette, a 3 overtime win over Bellarmine 2 weeks ago, and then a loss to Jacksonville, a top 20 team, just last week. The Golden Eagles wearing their all-whites today in the home opener on Marquette's national holiday. National Marquette Day is today as we get set for opening face-off.
Yeah, I was struck by Marquette's warm-up on how much they focused on making connections with their teammates, a lot of eye contact, a lot of circling up and stuff like that. So they're looking to really expand their team play.
Both teams heading out towards midfield as the coaches shake hands in the substitution box. Marquette's attack has Russell Melendez back today after missing last week with an ankle injury. That'll be O'Grady, Melendez, and Cowan on the attack for Marquette, along with the usuals on defense and the rope unit.
And as we know at Marquette, it's a different flavor playing in the Dome, so we'll see how Utah responds. You can't always communicate as well as you can on the open field in this Dome, so we'll see how they start off.
The teams shake hands at midfield as we prepare for the first ever meeting between the Utes and the Golden Eagles, 2 of the only programs west of the Mississippi with Division I men's lacrosse. Luke Williams and Cole Brams getting set for the face-off. Marquette double poles on most face-offs. Noah Verlinde and Mason Woodward on the wings. Marquette heading.
That first possession being so important.
The referee blows the whistle. Both teams scrapping for it, and Luke Williams wins this for Marquette, who will have the opening possession as long as Williams can retain possession.
Yeah, wins it cleanly to himself. That was very nice.
Melendez starts with the ball as Marquette subs their offensive personnel on. Griffin Freeze, Chris Kirshner, and Will Foster will be the first midfield line today. Foster earning his first start of his career.
They attack from behind there. They had 2 on the crease even during substitutions. That's good way to keep the pressure on even during when you're getting your right personnel on the field.
Kirshner has a short stick. Rose defending. Kirshner moving his way back to X. Bobby O'Grady, the freshman attacker, moves it ahead.
Nice ball movement, nice patience on their first 6v6.
Griffin Freeze out of Kansas takes the first shot, and the save is made by the Utah netminder Zion Dechaziri. Utah will attempt to clear.
Nice double by Utah there.
In transition, Combear shoots and he scores. The LSM for Utah sparks a lot of transition offense.
Yeah, we saw it during warm-up. They were taking lots of shots from up top there, and the first one connects. I'm sure that gives them lots of momentum.
Marquette's transition defense struggled last week, and that was a major emphasis for Coach Stimmel this week as we see Combear wind up and beat Michael Alieri of the Golden Eagles.
That's a real tough one for the goalie to see, that 6-foot pole coming straight over the top. You can bounce it back up, you can shoot low.
So a transition goal in the first possession for Utah, and we're back out to a scrap at the X. Brams gets pushed over, and a hold will be whistled against Williams. Utah will have their first settled offensive possession here. Jared Andriala at the top, moving it around. Long pole still out there. And Combear as it heads back to X. Here's Josh Stout, defended by Noah Verlindi. Now over to Tyler Bradbury. We talked about him in the open as the quarterback of this offense, the distributor. He's got a short stick right now, Anthony Corsell. Bradbury draws the slide, now ahead. MJ McMahon, a converted attackman, working on Hallam. Stout now for Moyer, the pass.
Good stick up there by number 30.
David Lamarca, the sophomore, got his pole on that one. Here's Jordan Hyde, moving his way around, shoots, and that one goes wide. Rebound went to Bradbury. Now a shot. It'll be a reset of the shot clock. So Utah gets another possession. Clock set to 60 now in men's lacrosse after a reset. So not a full fresh 80.
Lots of hustle on both sides right here.
Utah leads 1-0 early as Carson Moyer moves it behind the cage. McMahon shakes his defender. Moyer shoots, that one's high. Utah has the backup. Bradbury covered by Marquette's leading pole, Mason Woodward. Their main cover man, a pick was set. And Marquette will have possession after Josh Stout gets whistled.
Looks like a moving pick there. Quick clear here from Marquette.
Anthony Corsell moves it forward and then loses the ball in the back of his stick. He's trying to pass it to one of the O-mids and simply lost it.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It's kind of unforced error. You don't want to make it right off the beginning.
Back to Utah it goes.
Give Utah credit for having some patience while they continue to attack the goal from all angles.
Here's Josh Rose, two-way midfielder for the Utes.
They seem to be happy to take a lot of shots from the wings and miss them and back them up so far.
Josh Stout moves it ahead. Here's Carson Moyer. Corsell defending, shot, save made by Alieri. Pursues it towards the goal line and makes the play. Now he gets doubled and has to move it along.
Great play by the goalie there.
Big save for Alieri after giving up a goal on the first shot.
He got frustrated with the broken clear. He took matters into his own hands.
Here's Devin Cowan. Marquette with two D-mids on the field right now on offense. As Bobby O'Grady tries to shake his defender. Melendez. Hard defense, shot goes wide and a flag is thrown. Marquette will go on the man up.
He just bullied over the top there and was able to get, I believe this is going to be a hold.
Melendez quite a load to handle offensively. He likes to put his weight into the defender, as you can see here. Ryland Lemons, the one whistled after getting his stick up into the neck of Russell Melendez.
Yeah, that was a push, my bad.
And Marquette's man-up offense comes on. Holden Patterson has been their man-up specialist so far this year, he and Luke Blanc.
Look how wide they are, going to try to draw out Utah's defense as much as they can.
So 6-on-5, Marquette goes. Moving it around the perimeter. Cowan surveys. Now to Melendez, a shot and a score. Russell Melendez fires one home from outside, and it's 1-1.
I don't think the goalie was looking at him at that time. It was a good sneaky shot opportunity.
Russell Melendez making an early impact in his return to the lineup. Goes top shelf on the righty goaltender. No shot for the goalie on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he used his defender as a screen as well. Really good, change of pace shot. You don't expect it right there.
All knotted up at 1 as we head back out for the face-off. And Comber wins the ground ball. Being hounded, Bradbury, quick shot and a score. Beats Alieri stick side.
That's the kind of game that Utah wants to play, right? Quick momentum shifts here. They're shooting from up top real aggressively.
Tie up on the face-off. Comber comes through with the pole, picks it up, and just as he did on the first goal, sparks transition. And a howitzer out of the stick of Tyler Bradbury. 10:15 to go in quarter number 1, and Utah leads by a goal. Brams wins this one to himself, heading forward, shoots, and he scores.
Wow. That's really nice. Utah is spot on when they're looking at that goal from the top, looking by 6-on-6. They get to the wing, they're missing lots of shots. So as long as they keep getting shot opportunities in the front of the goal, they're going to be continuing on this streak.
Fogo goal from Cole Brams. His first goal of the season, scored 4 last year, has taken every draw to this point for the Utes. And Marquette now has to send different face-off man out there. Thomas Washington will take this. He gets pushed over.
A lot of high shots are making it past the goalie. You wonder if the goalies are having a hard time seeing the ball here.
Marquette wins on a violation, and Aaron Joseph carries it forward. 3-1, Marquette trails early on. 3 transition goals so far from Utah. First offensive midfield comes on for the Golden Eagles. Kirshner working on Dallin Tanner as Marquette moves it around the perimeter. Here's Devin Cowan with Joey Boylston hitting him with some stick checks. Cowan heads inside, gets pummeled. No whistle.
Good job by the Utah defense keeping the stick on the inside there, jamming him up at the last second.
Now Josh Rose takes it ahead. Stout behind the crease, ahead to Bradbury. Uncovered man, shot, it goes wide. That was Jared Andriala.
It's the first one they've missed from up top today, but they got the backup.
Anthony Corsell hustles in, and Marquette back to a 6-on-6 defense as Ruben Santana moves it to Josh Rose. 2 players that go both ways for Utah. Rose on Kirshner. Back to Jordan Hyde, the lefty on this attack. Hyde draws the slide from Woodward. Verlinde, the lefty defending. Andriala heads inside. That shot is altered, and the backup will be there. 27 on the shot clock.
Another great job by the Marquette defense keeping their stick on the inside, not giving them anything.
Odd man rush as Casey Wasserman comes in. Moving the ball along, 15 on the shot clock. Stout working on Verlinde. Now up top, under 10. Santana shoots, and he beats Alieri low that time.
Yeah, first bounce shot we've seen, I think, today. You can tell that Utah has some momentum right now. They got a spring in their step. They got a ton of energy.
Deep in the shot clock, Santana simply got a step, able to fire one off, and Alieri doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, good opportunity against a short stick defender as well. Kind of just a bull dodge, got his place he wanted and took the shot.
Coach McMinn called Santana one of the best D-mids in the country, and there we see his offensive prowess as well, as Washington wins another face-off for the Golden Eagles. He gives way to O'Grady, nearly a missed pass, but Bobby O'Grady able to corral it.
You got to give both face-off squads the credit. They're picking up the ball pretty cleanly, right? There hasn't been any long-fought battles for the face-offs.
Melendez loses control of the ball on the crease, and now Tyler Schiffko will try to clear. Devin Cowan hard on the ride. Marquette only the one goal on the man-up opportunity. No settled offensive possessions have resulted in points so far. Colby Plotz still out there, trapping Pierce Washburn. So a long pole on offense right now for Utah. Back at X, Josh Stout. Now Justice Peterson gets the rock.
Utah's looking for opportunities off of substitutions.
And now they will send their offensive midfield on. Carson Moyer into the game. MJ McMahon waiting as well. Justice Peterson to Casey Wasserman, the Towson transfer, who shoots. That one goes wide.
Another low angle shot there. They're pretty confident in their team offense that they're going to get the backup.
Utah 11 shots to just 4 for the Golden Eagles so far, as we see 15 on the shot clock. Stout ahead for Wasserman. Wasserman draws the slide. Peterson hounded by Zach Granger. 5 on the clock. A shot goes wide, and it will be a shot clock violation, as only 1 second remains. Both teams able to get their substitutions on. Utah maybe trying a heavy ride here.
Yep, they're set back a little bit, right? Yeah, they got the 10-man out. The goalie's out of the goal.
Marquette breaks it. And Melendez has possession.
Lots of pressure on the rides by both teams so far. Utah has been pretty successful in just at least disrupting Marquette's clear.
Griffin Freeze has a short stick matchup. Goes around the crease. Marquette maybe trying for a long offensive possession here. Never mind, as Melendez fires a shot.
All right.
It goes wide. Backup is not there for the Golden Eagles.
I thought the same exact thing, and then they went and shot it. They're trying to catch him off balance a little bit. Maybe they see that goalie out of place or something when they take that shot.
Utah successfully clears with 5:20 up there on the clock. And a settled offensive possession for the boys in the red.
Utah's been taking care of the ball in the last 5 minutes really well. That allows them to set the tone of the game.
One of the top clearing teams in the country this year, and their offensive possessions have been clean as well. Stout gets position. It looked like he scored, but it'll be a crease violation. So the goal is wiped out. Marquette maybe trying to spark some odd man offense. Washburn on. Jake Stegman also comes on as Melendez went to the crease, didn't have an advantage. There's a whistle. And somebody was pushed into the crease, so it'll be a Marquette ball.
There was a great save by the Utah goalie there as well.
Melendez had a good look after he beat his matchup. As now Marquette will settle. Cowan comes to get the ball. Defended by the LSM Combear. Cowan inside, he scores.
What a move. Lulled him to sleep a little bit. A great shot too, straight over the top. Gives him tons of options to where to shoot.
Cowan, Marquette's main dodging option. Shows the ability to go to the rack right there.
And Utah's not shutting him off, but they are playing him aggressively. You can tell that when he gets the ball, they press out a ton.
Cowan simply got a step, beats the netminder, and then the bow and arrow Selly.
Great job of getting in between the slide and his defender to take that shot.
Cole Brams goes early, so Marquette has another face-off win. Trying to capitalize, build some momentum. Chris Kirshner, he scores.
Wow.
Quick offense from the Golden Eagles. I don't think the goalie expected that one at all.
Right, yeah, it keeps the good times rolling. Really nice done. You can see they're scoring from that top left position pretty often.
Kirshner, Marquette's leading scorer 2 seasons ago, back in 2020. Just drives hard on the run. The lefty shot beats DeCesare.
They're doing a good job of making it look like they're setting up a 6-on-6, but they're always attacking.
4:12 up on the clock. Score 4-3. Dan Avington and Eric Simon on the call here from Valley Fields, as Washington wins the clamp and Mason Woodward picks up the ground ball. Marquette has numbers if they want them. Logan Crines inside, bouncer doesn't go. The bench was hyped up on that one, thinking they were getting a pole goal.
Oh, it was a great dodge from a long pole right there.
Crines has played some short stick, some LSM for Marquette, has scored quite a few goals in his day here, but that one didn't go. Marquette instead gets their offense out there.
And it was a great shot selection too. That big bouncer just bounced it a little high.
Griffin Freeze has possession, defended by Colby Plotz. Over to Kirshner. He has a short stick matchup. Ruben Santana. Utah without Harrison Oler today, as Bobby O'Grady fires that one right at the netminder, Zion DeCesare. Marquette heavy on the ride. Santana can't easily handle the pass. And Utah will clear. Josh Rose fires one above the bar. Marquette still down 1. Utah trying to take some momentum back. Josh Stout can't do that as Michael Alieri makes the save on the doorstep.
That's the second backhanded from behind goal that he saved.
Alieri, a redshirt freshman for Marquette, has earned the start now in all 3 games. Coach Stimmel talked about how he makes the regular saves and steals them a few as well, which is all that matters as Pierce Washburn ties this game up.
Did a fantastic job. He had some pressure on the clear, catches the ball, moves away from pressure, and then takes it himself.
The sophomore out of Towson, Maryland, scored his first goal last week, and this time he takes it hard and makes the defense pay for not marking him enough. Went right over the arms of DeCesare.
Yeah, they tried to double team him out by midfield. No luck.
Thomas Washington won the face-off. Devin Cowan can't quite handle the pass. And the timeout will be given to the Marquette Golden Eagles. 4-4.
Quite a game of runs so far.
We'll take another look at that Pierce Washburn goal just moments ago. Quite a dodge and a score there.
Yeah, so he did a great job of getting away from pressure at midfield, and then the double team kind of gave up and got lazy on him, and he ran past both of them.
Marquette Athletics would like to thank our champion level partners, Advocate Aurora Sports Health, Meyer, Pepsi, and Town Bank. We are Marquette. This game also presented to you by Town Bank, the official banking partner of Marquette University and home to Marquette Checking with free ATMs nationwide. 2:31 up on the clock. We are tied up at 4-4 after Utah had all the momentum early. Marquette has fired off 3 straight, and a lot of that has come off their wins at the faceoff dot.
Yeah, you can tell both teams are trying to capture the emotion of the game, right? We're seeing some unexpected shots. We're seeing quick shots. We're seeing really, really aggressive play at the faceoff circle.
Marquette 4 goals, just 1 assist, so 3 of their tallies so far unassisted. Utah 4 goals, 3 assists so far. They've taken 3 more shots than the Golden Eagles. They've had more offensive possessions, of course. The faceoffs, Utah just 3 of 9, Marquette 6 of 9, including a 4-for-4 performance from Thomas Washington, who last time easily beat Donnie Stock. who took his first face-off of the year for Utah.
And it seems to me that Utah is doing a better job of holding on to the ball when they have it. There's not a lot of patience on the other side. Both want to play fast pace, but Utah seems to always have the backup when the shot misses.
Coming out of the timeout, Marquette with their attackmen and their first midfield line. Griffin Fries and Chris Kirshner, two of the savvy veterans for Marquette. Will Foster, the freshman, who missed last week's game but earns the start today. No production yet out of Bobby O'Grady for the Golden Eagles, who's been their leading goal scorer to this point. Had one shot easily saved by Day Cesare, as Marquette will resume play with Devin Cowan. He gets a pick from Foster. Bulldozes, shot save made by Day Cesare. Maybe not the smartest shot.
Right, the goalie knew where it was coming from, even though he spun there at the last second.
Would have been quite a highlight if it went in, but to no avail. Utah will settle things down, try to get some possession as Brandon Wilson sees his first run of the game. Josh Stout has the ball, goal line extended. Wilson to Santana. Will Foster out there on defense for Marquette, normally an offensive midi. Kirshner also out there, who played a two-way role last year but hasn't really done the same this season. Josh Rose looking to dodge the short stick, goes lefty, fires one high. Will Foster was trying to get off the field there, but can't. Utah still has the rock. Jordan Hyde draws a slide. Now an unmarked man as Will Foster, the stick check. Not bad for an offensive midfielder.
That's right, way to check down when you're off-ball defense.
Came into Marquette as an attackman. And Marquette is offsides. Undisciplined play. And Utah in transition. Hyde is open, shoots, and goes between the legs of Michael Alieri. It's 5-4.
Good fast restart by Utah, taking advantage of that call right there.
Undisciplined play for Marquette leads to a Utah goal in transition once again. Pass to Hyde, and he goes 5-hole on Alieri.
That's right. I think both teams know that the other team's going to make those kind of mistakes. To capitalize on it is part of their game plan.
Coach Stimmel told us to expect a fast-paced, up-and-down game, and that is what we have so far through 14 minutes.
That's right, a game of runs.
Washington pops this ball out. Logan Crines can't quite pick it up. Both teams scrapping for the loose ball. Nobody has picked it up yet.
That's the first prolonged face-off we've seen.
Crines. Nice play there, goosed it to Bobby
goosed it.
O'Grady.
Good presence of where he was on the field there.
Reset the shot clock to 75, so they're adding 12. Doesn't really matter because there's 40 seconds on the game clock anyway.
That's right.
But Marquette gets to bring Luke Blanc on, who scored 2 goals last week against Jacksonville. Marquette looking to keep this one for the final possession. Ryland Lemons defending Russell Melendez.
Giving him pressure way up behind the goal there.
Melendez comes around. Up top for Pierce Washburn. Washburn, split dodge, looking to feed inside.
Good patience.
To O'Grady, and he beats Zion DeCesare. Bobby O'Grady hyped up after that one.
Very nice team offense, some skip passes there, good patience, good presence of where your teammates are at.
O'Grady has come into Marquette and impressed early. His first goal of the day. The freshman out of Milton, Massachusetts.
A nice little cut behind the dodge there.
Goes near pipe, the lefty. You can see the excitement on his face after that goal.
That's right. You could tell the team was trying to make something happen together instead of just one person going to the goal.
Under 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Washington wins the clamp, gets pushed on top of the ball. It's a hold. Marquette will have it. 11 on the clock.
Yeah,
Marquette.
get it to a short stick as quick as we can.
Kirshner
Plenty of time to score.
fires one lefty. And the backup is not there for Marquette. 3 seconds. Utah might try just fire one down the field here, create some chaos. Combear does just that. That ball dies, and Noah Verlinde picks it up. And after 1, we are all even at 5. A lot of swings in that first quarter, Eric.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
So after 1, 5-5 is our score. We'll take a quick break here, but when we come back, quarter number 2 between the Golden Eagles and the Utah Utes.
We're different here. We don't just get up for another day. We rise. We don't just work. We endeavor. We're women and men for and with others. We have hope, we believe, and we celebrate. Why are we different?
So we can be the difference.
Can purchase tickets for just $2 each. Call 414-288-GO-MU to book your group experience today. Marquette Athletics would like to thank its champion-level partners for their continued support, including Advocate Aurora Sports Health, Meyer, Pepsi, and Tandem. Friends, it's National Marquette Day, and that means it's Marquette Sing-Along time. I think you know this one. Sing along with us.
Welcome back to Valley Fields as we prepare for quarter number 2 between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Utah Utes. I'm Dan Abington alongside my partner Eric Simon as we have a 5-5 ball game here on National Marquette Day. Eric, it was up and down the entire quarter.
Yeah, we saw Utah really come out from the top and take care of the ball, get some quick shots and goals, and then Marquette came back with the same kind of fast-paced energy.
Opening face-off of the period, it bounced around a little bit, and Sammy Combear wins it for the Utah Utes.
Number 19, Combear's got a fantastic stick. 6-foot pole, but he can handle.
One of the top LSMs in the country, 2-time team captain for this Utah team, as they now sub on their offensive personnel. Teams have switched sides, of course. Utah heading left to right. Marquette will go the opposite way. It's Carson Moyer now works on Anthony Corsell. He's got a step. Corsell drives him past goal line extended.
Nice job by Corsell by stepping up.
Physical defense from Corsell as Moyer gets knocked down. Alieri comes out of the cage and picks it up.
Alieri's second ground ball outside of the crease.
Coach Stimmel talked about how he's building more confidence outside of the cage, which may sound weird to somebody not familiar with being a goaltender, but it's important to be confident when you're outside of the crease.
Right, one of those intangibles. If your goalie can also play in the field, he's even more dangerous.
Russell Melendez fires a shot wide. Devin Cowan there for the backup. Marquette's first settled offensive possession of the quarter. Griffin Freeze now with possession. He has Josh Rose. Short stick matchup. Freeze dodging right.
They love to initiate from top left.
He earns a step, and he beats the goalie from Marquette to have their first lead.
Really a great shot. The goalie knew exactly where he was. He was sweeping across the top, and he just put that home.
Freeze, a one-man effort. You see right here, he gets a step, gets enough space to get his hands free, and he beats De Cesare. Big time shot from the redshirt sophomore out of Mission Hills, Kansas.
A lot of great shooters on both these teams.
Third goal of the year for Griffin Freeze in his third start, as Marquette went early that time. Thomas Washington did. They were trying for the quick restart, but it wasn't in the right position. And now Carson Moyer will make his way onto the field.
Utah's got an open set here, no one on the crease. Just moving the ball around. Marquette's pressing out.
That's Mason Woodward out there on Tyler Bradbury. Woodward, a reigning honorable mention All-American. Up there with the top poles in the country, especially with his stick skills. Could be one of the Marquette greats, the coaching staff has said many times. Could
The
be
attacker hung him here.
Pass inside, it's tipped. Ground ball picked up by Woodward. And he maintains the possession.
Really
Not an
great.
easy play to make.
Yeah, really great ground ball.
Zach Granger trying to facilitate the clear. Marquette switches fields and they easily get it past midfield. Mitch Salanti, the transfer. Seeing some burn today as Pierce Washburn now has it.
That's a good sign to see him go from that aggressive defense to a nice, patient clear.
Russell Melendez has his defender hung up now. Comes around the crease, shot goes wide.
Nice
and
work.
Bobby O'Grady wins the run out.
He tried to tie his defender's feet up in the net and did a pretty good job of it, just couldn't get enough of an angle on the shot.
Had a step, but not enough. 6-5 is our score. Devin Cowan, defense pressing out on him. That's Joey Boylston, the 6'4" sophomore. Cowan for Luke Blanc, the UMass transfer. Marquette settling the offense a little.
Now Cowan's got a short stick, so they're going to set up for him here from X behind.
Andriella defending as Cowan comes around, and the save is made by DeCesare.
He just missed the goal there.
Oh, a big hit from Russell Melendez, and the ball is jarred loose. But a flag is thrown. Looked like the flag came a bit late after Melendez had already picked up the ball.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to call this a push as well.
We can see here, he knocks Andriella to the ground, and the flag comes. 30-second push against Russell Melendez. Marquette will go man down for the first time today.
We had a good angle on that one, but from the ref's angle, it looked like it might have been from behind.
Same three defenders, plus Logan Crines out there for Marquette. And Jacob Hallam in the mix as well. Short stick in the middle.
2 on the crease for Utah.
Back to X, Tyler Bradbury. Now ahead for Peter Hagan. Stout.
Step to an open, no one on the crease right now for Utah.
Ball is jarred loose. Bradbury picks up, or McMahon actually picks up the ground ball and beats Alieri to tie up the score. That was a bit of a broken play.
Yeah, a little bit of a garbage goal. But that is the hardest part about man-down defense, is you have to stay so patient and, you know, so very, I don't know what the word is, but like you just have to be, you can't let your guard down for 1 second. And then a little bad pass there is enough to let them get past it.
Hallam thought that he could pick up the ground ball. He doesn't. And instead it leads to a goal for MJ McMahon. Brams wins this face-off. Thomas Washington has now lost 3 straight after being 6 for 6. Still a good percentage overall, of course. Man advantage as Washington got sent off, but Combear stayed on. And Noah Verlinde picks up the ground ball, the left-handed LSM for Marquette. Pressure on Anthony Corsell. 10-man ride is back on for the Utes. The equivalent of a full-court press.
This one is executed real well.
Woodward tries to pass one to Melendez. This is a 1v4 ground ball, and he did not beat the other 3.
That was a tough one.
Not much he could do.
So an effective 10-man ride for Utah. That's the first time we've seen it really disrupt Marquette.
Josh Rose now has possession and moves it to Bradbury at X. Bradbury, unanimous preseason all-conference. This is Utah's first season in a conference. They were independent before. Now members of the A-Sun, along with teams like Bellarmine, Utah in there with Air Force, Robert Morris, Detroit Mercy, and Cleveland State.
It's great to see all these expansion programs really compete.
Bradbury now ahead. Hyde on a short stick, trying to get a step. Jacob Hallam with him all the way. Shot was altered. Backup is there by Josh Stout. Under 20 on the shot clock. Stout, save made by Alieri. Shot clock will reset to 60.
Keeping the pressure on. That offense, they had like 2 or 3 attackers on the crease.
Matchup's a little different right now for Marquette, as Woodward now on Stout instead of Bradbury, who has been on all game. Josh Stout in his 6th season for Utah, goes all the way back to their club lacrosse days.
This might be the most set play we've seen from Utah yet.
Bradbury working on Verlindi. Verlindi doesn't give up an inch. McMahon, good dodge and a cut off ball. And he's able to beat Michael Alieri.
A little bit of lull to sleep, right? They got every player where they wanted to and ran that set play. Nice back cut there.
MJ McMahon, 5'7" sophomore out of Sarasota, Florida. As we take a look on this replay, he'll be off screen making the cut. As Bradbury and Stout.
Great look right here. Great presence, great ball movement.
Hallam just a step behind. And he gets beat as Thomas Washington gets sent to the ground on the face-off, but Utah will have it. 7-6 is the advantage for the Utes.
And they'll definitely take this opportunity to slow it down, make sure they have the right personnel on offense.
Roughly 8 minutes to play at Valley Fields. 1 goal deficit for Marquette. A Utah team that can put up a lot of goals against a pretty staunch Marquette defense nonetheless.
Yeah. And Utah's trying to take advantage of the substitution again, and Marquette's doing a really good job of covering those fast break opportunities.
LaMarca is hung up here. Hyde. Gets doubled. Ball is loose. Zach Granger making his way towards the ball. Aaron Joseph also there. Scrap here. And Logan Crines picks up the loose ball. Moves it ahead to Russell Melendez.
Good vision. Way to look up the field as soon as he picked up that ground ball.
Big GB there for Marquette. In a big scrum.
That's one way to avoid the 10-man ride from Utah. Pick up the ground ball, throw it down the field.
Seems so simple. Here's Russell Melendez. Marquette gets it to Will Foster. Foster with Andriala defending. Pass inside, beautiful feed from Will Foster, and Russell Melendez finishes it off.
That's a great dodge. You can see Marquette taking advantage of the short stick defender there. I think that drew a lot of attention off ball to the attacker.
Foster, the 6'1" freshman out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. You can see the feed.
That's right, 21 did the dance, tried to show and not go on the slide, but got caught up.
First point of the career for Will Foster. Converted attackman, now playing midfield for Marquette. Missed last week with an injury. Able to play this week. And Cole Brams went early. Another violation, I believe that's 2 against Utah. Marquette trying for the quick restart. Referee doesn't give it to them. And now Pierce Washburn has possession. He's doubled as Marquette's a bit delayed in the sub game. Washburn, good ball security. Keeps it away from the defender. Now Luke Blanc up top.
Yeah, Utah did a good job of taking advantage of that substitution opportunity there. Doubling the ball.
Melendez back at X. Lemons hung up.
Both teams attacking from behind now.
Washburn initiating from up top to Luke Blanc, who got a lot of burn last week against Jacksonville. Puts his weight into the defender, now moves it along. Melendez, Combert defending. Ball is jarred loose, but Melendez picks it up off the carpet. Melendez inside, shoots! Crease violation.
It didn't go in cleanly. I think the goalie thought it might have been a goal, but he definitely stepped in.
A reaction from De Cesare. Looked like he was a bit dejected after giving up the goal, but referees wave it off. Just over 5:30 remaining in quarter number 2. Casey Wasserman initiating. Draws a new matchup. Now the ball given to Josh Rose. Gets a step on Corsell. Now steps back. He'll head off. McMahon, the shifty young attackman.
The fake flip here. Oh, the actual flip.
They did.
They faked me out.
Uh-huh, me too.
The first time they faked it, this time they did it.
Got to keep them on their toes.
Right, those are those little offensive tricks that keep the defense off balance.
Carson Moyer inside, and no goal. Crease violation.
Marquette was trying to get it out before Utah could set up their 10-man again. The referees did not like it.
Coach Andrew Stimmel not too happy. But Jordan Hyde, I believe, the one who stepped in the crease after taking a nice feed, but David Lamarca got his hands up in the gloves, tied him up. Not a hold, but did just enough.
A great team effort, he just didn't put it home.
Devin Cowan, and a bit of unsettled offense. He is hounded, and Marquette will get a timeout. Good timeout call there from Andrew Stimmel.
Also great job by number 29 to get away from that double. He recognized it right away, held onto the ball.
Gruber Law Offices are proud to support Marquette University Athletics. Gruber Law, one call, that's all. At Direct Supply, you're not an employee, you're an owner. Apply your passion for progress, talent for technology, and difference-making drive at directsupply.com/careers today. So the Utah Utes, Marquette's opponent today, as we're all tied up at 7-7. Utah 1-1 on the young season. 2 ranked opponents so far this year. They lost 14-13 to number 9 Denver, and then defeated number 17 Vermont 11-10. A Utah team that was tied for first place in the preseason projection in the A-Sun with Air Force. They lost just one starter from last year, defenseman Dan Tracy, but some other key losses, players that factored in, a few midfielders. But the core of their team returns, and you can see that experience shining through.
Yeah, and it's impressive to see them go toe-to-toe with a team like Denver that's a very strong Mountain West team, and they're very impressive. They have a lot to be happy about at this point.
We were talking to Coach Stimmel earlier this week. He talked about how this game was going to be an up-and-down game, and it would really be the middle of the field that Marquette would need to win. They said last week they simply didn't make the big plays against Jacksonville. Jacksonville just made a few more plays than they did, and Marquette needs to learn how to create and stop momentum. And so far today, that has kind of been the tale of the tape.
Right, and you see it at the face-off X. Both teams really, really want that ball. And so they're getting it up quick, and they're getting it up the field as well. Ground balls are picking them up, moving the ball as soon as they find someone who's open.
We were told to expect every face-off to be a tie-up. It hasn't quite been that so far, but The wing play has been important in a lot of spots. However, some of these faceoffs have been won pretty easily by the Fogos. Thomas Washington, namely, has won 7 for Marquette.
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge for a face-off guy. You tell them that they're going to be a battle every time. Those are the ones that are going to try to take themselves cleanly.
We resume play here. Marquette on offense. Devin Cowan has the ball. He has a step on his defender. And instead it's back to Foster.
Good ball movement by Marquette here. Their eyes are up. They're looking around the field, looking for skip passes.
Cowan. He has a short stick, but there's a slide ready. And the pass was tipped. It'll stay with Marquette. Close one there, but Utah able to get a stick on it.
Cowan did a good job of identifying that double team again.
15 on the shot clock. Melendez goes left, now heads back to the right. Under 10 on the shot clock. O'Grady shoots, and the bouncer went wide. 3 seconds, Marquette will send the midfield off, and they'll seemingly accept shot clock violation. I believe they're first of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And Foster tosses one to the corner.
A really good team offense opportunity, but there was a little pressure on the shooters. It wasn't able to get on goal.
Marquette a varied offensive output today. A lot of players showing up in the scoring sheet as Utah will bring the ball forward. Andriella has a cutter, and Tyler Schiffko converts. This Utah team has a lot of players that can go both ways, and Schiffko, one of them. He's gotten some defensive runs today, and that's the first time he really stayed on offense. And as you can see here.
Yeah, neither team wasting time.
Not an easy matchup to beat either.
Right, they're still making substitutions, and people are cutting to the goal, looking for shot opportunities.
Goal number 1 of the year for Schiffko. This one a bit of a lockup. The wings come in. Ball's bouncing around. Combear picks up the ground ball and sends it back to his defense. Rylan Lemons towards midfield. Ball is jarred loose. Logan Crines with the cause turnover.
You got to run away from pressure in a ride situation like that, not run through a stick. Especially in the middle of the open field, right? In the center of the field, there's lots of room to run.
Turnover by Brandon Wilson there. And Marquette is on offense.
Good ride by Marquette, too.
Melendez, the feed. O'Grady dodges. Shot goes wide. Shifty move from O'Grady there.
Quick shot. I liked it. Got to put it on goal.
And a timeout will be called by Utah with 2:10 up on the clock. It's an 8-7 advantage for the Utes right now. And Coach Drew McMinn wants a pause.
So the risk of playing run and gun lacrosse is that when you don't get that quick fast break opportunity, you don't get that quick goal, that trick goal, whatever it is, now you got to settle down and now you got to find something, create, fast and dynamic situations. Marquette seems to be having a little bit of a problem with that right now, but we've seen both teams do it, so there's nothing to worry about.
Start saving with Quick Rewards. Stop by any Quick Trip store and pick up your free Quick Rewards card, or download the free Quick Rewards app today. Molson Coors is proud to support Marquette University Athletics. Enjoy Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. So 8-7 is our score here in quarter number 2. 2:10 up on the clock. Marquette with a lot of different scorers today. Pierce Washburn, Bobby O'Grady, Griffin Freeze, Devin Cowan, and Chris Kirshner all with 1. Russell Melendez, the only one with 2. Washburn, Cowan, and Foster all add assists in this game. Meanwhile, for Utah, Jordan Hyde has 1. Schiffko has 1. Combear Bradbury, Brams, and Santana all add a tally, and MJ McMahon, the only one with 2 goals so far for the Utes. Alieri, 2 saves today, and De Cesare has 3.
Both teams are doing a great job of moving the ball. No surprise to see success has been spread around the team.
Marquette resumes play with now 50 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's see if they continue this quick double on Cowan.
Second midfield line is out there right now for the Golden Eagles. Washburn, Blanc, and Jake Stegman. Stegman earned the start at attack last week with Melendez out. Melendez looking, Blanc a cutter, and the shot just cannot be there. And the run out is won by Joey Boylston. That one will get the bench hyped up.
That's right, that's a ground ball for him. Good hustle.
Utah easily clears after switching fields. Good opportunity there for the Marquette offense. Luke Blanc just can't convert.
That's right, they've had a couple good ones now. They just need to put the shot on goal.
20 seconds approximately between shot clock and game clock. Utah with possession. Josh Stout back at X, trying to move on Zach Granger. Alieri doesn't get a piece of that shot as it goes wide. Now back for Bradbury. And a timeout is called again. This one again for Utah. So Coach McMahon wants to draw up maybe a play here with 27 on the shot clock. Get his team a goal going into the break.
Right, I think it's a good idea. I think they've kind of controlled the pace of the last couple minutes. You might as well think about it for your last shot opportunity.
48 seconds up on the shot clock. 8-7 Utah leads in this contest. I want to thank you for joining us today on this National Marquette Day. Men's basketball currently playing against Butler. Men's lacrosse and Utah, of course, on this stream. Women's basketball and women's lacrosse both got wins yesterday to kick off the weekend on the right note for Marquette faithful. And now the men's lacrosse team trying to do the same today against a Utah team that has been impressive on the young year, and they came in with a lot of energy today after a week off last week, so they had a bit of fresher legs than a Marquette team that's now played 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, the whole city of Marquette is full of energy on Marquette Day. You can see it everywhere you go.
Packed Valley Fields here today. Stands on the opposite sideline are filled to the brim. Fans standing over in the far corner.
Yeah, and technically you're inside because it's a bubble, but because we're also in Milwaukee in February, it's still pretty cold.
Just a little bit, a little bit.
You can see the fans still dressed up there.
Probably a little bit better than the 29 degrees outside.
Oh, way better than that, yeah.
So Utah will come back out for the offensive possession. It's their first midfield line, Andriella, McMahon, and Moyer, along with Stout, Hyde, and Bradbury. Marquette, their usual suspects on defense, Granger, Lamarca, and Woodward, along with Verlindi as the pole, Hallam and Corsell the short sticks.
20 seconds on the shot clock. I think they're looking for a shot, at least to extend it if they don't get a goal.
McMahon, defended by Verlindi. McMahon is shifty, converted attackman, as I've mentioned a few times. And Marquette's defense gets a little bit confused there. Nobody was marking the cutter.
Right, a little in between. Those were kind of short cuts there, so they're kind of hard to mark.
Jordan Hyde gets the tally as McMahon got the pick. And Granger seemed just a second late on Jordan Hyde.
We've seen picks, we've seen the fake toss, we've seen all the little things you can do to kind of shake up the defense.
Creative offense. as it looks like a push will go against Brams. 21 up on the clock. Marquette will have time for a good look. Here's O'Grady. Bobby O'Grady heading inside. Ball is jarred loose. And the goalie comes up with it. He'll fire this one down. 10 seconds on the clock. This one picked up by Alieri. Flag is thrown. Alieri throws this one down the length of the field. But Marquette will be man up to start the second half. As Utah draws the flag at the end of the first half. 9-7 is our score. Eric, quick thoughts on the first half.
Yeah, well, just like it ended with long passes down the field. It's been fast-paced. Both teams are not taking any chances. They're taking every opportunity they have.
After 30 minutes of lacrosse, 9-7 is our score. Utah leads by 2. We'll take a break here at Valley Fields for halftime. When we come back, the final 30 minutes of action between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Utah Utes.
We're different here. We don't just get up for another day. We rise. We don't just work. We endeavor. We're women and men for and with others. We have hope, we believe, and we celebrate. Why are we different?
So we can be the difference.
We've got one. High on the crossbar. Back caught it. We've got 2. One more shot for Jackson. And that one's high. All right, 2 is the number on the board for Rachel to try and beat. Here we go. First one is high. Second one is in the goal. Unfortunately, that doesn't count in this contest. Third one also in the goal, but I don't think they caught any of the posts. Well, she's scoring goals left and right. Someone call Megan Black. Or Meredith Black. And that one's in the goal as well. That is 5 shots, but none that hit the post. Congratulations, Jackson. You are the winner in our halftime Hit the Post contest. Marquette Athletics would like to thank its champion-level partners for their continued support, including Advocate Aurora Sports Health, Meyer, Pepsi, and Town Bank. Town Bank is the official banking partner of Marquette University and home to Marquette Checking. Also home to free ATMs nationwide. From the biggest of games to the ones that mean the most to us, whenever you Meyer, you support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. Meyer! Quick Trip has hand-breaded homemade fried chicken, homemade roasted whole chicken, and fried jumbo chicken tenders for lunch or dinner. Don't forget the sides. Quick Trip, we've got you covered. At Direct Supply, you're not an employee, you're an owner. Apply your passion for progress, talent for technology, and difference-making drive at directsupply.com/careers today. Coors Light is proud to support Marquette University Athletics. Enjoy Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Gruber Law Offices are proud to support Marquette University Athletics. Gruber Law, one call, that's all.
welcome back to Valley Fields. I'm Dan Avington alongside my partner Eric Simon as we are at halftime between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Utah Utes. 9-7. Utah leads early on in this contest. Eric, it was a game of runs in that first half.
For sure. Yeah, Utah started out pretty strong. A couple of goals right off of face-offs. Great long stick work. It was impressive.
Now when you see Combear, and here a Fogo goal from Cole Brams. Took it himself, fired one past Alieri. So Utah had all that early momentum, but Marquette came right back with Russell Melendez firing one home on the man up. And Melendez is Marquette's leading scorer so far with 2.
They really settled in, played great team offense in the middle part of the first half.
But Utah, with the last 2 goals of the half, to maintain a 2-goal advantage.
Utah definitely held onto the ball better than Marquette at the end of this half.
There you see Jordan Hyde with just over 20 seconds to go in the first 30 minutes. And his team now up by 2, 9-7, as we now see some of the stats from that first half. Utah with the shot lead so far, 24-22. It's evened out since the beginning of the game. Utah also has more ground balls and more turnovers. So 16 ground balls for the Utes, but 9 turnovers. So they may have been taking care of the ball at the end, but they certainly turned it over a few more times.
Right, they're a young team, so you're going to expect those mistakes. The big difference I see here is that Marquette has just slight advantage in the face-offs right now. We knew that was going to be key going in.
Both teams with a man-up goal in this game as well. Marquette 1 for 2 on the extra man. Utah has converted on 100% of theirs. They're 1 for 1. We mentioned the face-offs. Thomas Washington 8 for 13 for the Golden Eagles after Luke Washington struggled a bit early. Cole Brams going exactly 50% so far, 8 for 16 at the face-off dot. And the other 2 Fogos for Utah, they are 0 for 2 so far in this contest.
We expected some face-off battles. We didn't see as many as we thought, and that really is a tribute to the face-off players' fundamentals. They're trying to clamp that ball, put it out to a place where they can pick it up cleanly. Once they pick it up cleanly, they're looking for help because they know there's going to be pressure on them. So far, both teams have done a pretty good job of that.
Talking to Coach Stimmel before this game, he mentioned some of the keys for this game were winning the middle of the field, making plays, creating and stopping momentum, and they had to defend better in transition. And we saw Marquette get a bit burnt in transition early, and they've continued to have some struggles, but when Utah has slowed things down, that's when Marquette's defense has really shown through. That's when they've caused turnovers, and those 6-on-6 settled possessions, that's really the hallmark of this Marquette defense.
Yeah, I agree. And also, we've seen from Utah, we saw a 10-man riot. They're pressuring down on Marquette's clears, which caused some trouble. Marquette taking a similarly aggressive approach on rides, but they're back. They're not really riding hard until about midfield.
And Coach McMinn, when we talked to him Thursday, his key to the game was overall possession time. That's what they wanted to work on. They want to have the ball more often than the other team. And so far today, they've certainly done that, especially early. They really controlled possession. They're 11 of 11 on clears. So that means that they've gotten the ball over the midfield line every single time that they've tried to. While they do have 9 turnovers, they still have the majority of possession so far in this game.
For a young team, you got to give them a lot of credit. They came out with a lot of emotion. That's the kind of easy part when you're hyped up and you're ready to go. But then when you got to create other things that aren't fast breaks, that aren't goals off of face-offs, you really got to create that energy. So they've stayed pretty confident in those times.
Utah's defense might not have been that flashy in the first half. They only created 1 turnover, but they've given their team enough. They have a 9-7 advantage heading into this second half. Marquette's offense will try to make up that deficit as soon as they can. Eric, what would your keys be for this second half, first of all, for Marquette?
For Marquette, they really need to put the shots on goal. They've got a lot of good team opportunities. They're playing well as a team. Just finish on goal, right?
And for Utah, there's I mean, they have a lead, of course, so you don't need to change all that much.
Right. Well, I think if their focus is on possession, you know, the best defense is offense, right? If they can hold on to the ball, get good opportunities, back up their shots they miss, they're gonna win possession, and then they can stay ahead.
Well, we'll start out this second half with Marquette on the man up after a slash for a minute penalty by Josh Stout at the end of half number 1. Marquette will send out their man up unit. Melendez, Cowan, Stegman, O'Grady, Blanc, and Holden Patterson, big lefty, who has been quite a threat from the outside for this Marquette man up unit. And half number 2 has begun. Minute-long penalty. And Marquette will try to capitalize and make this a 1-goal deficit early on. Melendez surveys, now to Patterson. Patterson has that pass tipped. Combert comes up with it. Not the way Marquette wanted to start out this second half.
Yeah, he's got like a vacuum on the end of his stick. He's knocked down so many passes.
Utah doesn't have numbers, but they push anyway. And a timeout is called. Utah takes an early timeout. Just 31 seconds into the second half. Maybe Coach McMinn wants to kill off the penalty.
Right, yeah, they want to hold on to, they're judging this possession to be just as valuable as the one at the end of the first half. If they can hold on to it, kill the penalty, they can hold on to the momentum.
Marquette fans, Baird is proud to support Marquette Athletics through their sponsorship of the Student Athlete of the Month, recognizing students who excel on and off the field. This month's recipient is long-distance runner Kendall Frimmer. The native of Rochester, Minnesota, was MU's top finisher at the 2021 Big East Cross Country Championships at 24th overall and has twice finished in the top 6 at the Big East Outdoor Championships in the 10,000-meter run. Frimmer is a senior in the College of Nursing and a member of the women's cross country and track and field teams. She's a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee E-Board as Vice President of Community Service. Kendall has also completed leadership training all 4 years of her Marquette athletics career and co-facilitates sessions with first-year lead freshmen. She's been involved in peer mental health programs with Shape in Athletics. Congratulations, Kendall. So the timeout taken by McMinn. 29 seconds on the penalty.
Gives Marquette the opportunity to set up a double right on the ball. They got 2 long poles trying to double right now.
Jordan Hyde carries. Zach Granger with him every step of the way. Noah Verlinde in pursuit as well. Great ball security from Jordan Hyde. Not an easy task to get away from Zach Granger.
Right, and he kept his eyes up, which was nice, able to make that pass to number 18.
It's Ryan Rogers who's seeing time at attack right now, with Stout currently in the penalty box as time expires on the penalty. 30 seconds on the shot clock, still plenty of time to create an offensive possession here for the Utes. Here's Moyer, also a box lacrosse player, attendee of the Hill Academy. He moves it to Andriella. Gets a step, ball is jarred loose, and it'll be a flag thrown. Anthony Corsell, I believe. Corsell was not happy with that call.
They're going to get him for a push here.
So the call is a push against number 99 in the white, Anthony Corsell. Marquette's staff and players not happy with that call.
So Utah's early timeout is going to work out for them. They killed that penalty, now they are one of their own.
Peter Hagan out there in the middle of this man-up unit. Utah works the ball around the perimeter, looking for an opening. Now all 6 players out on the perimeter, nobody in the middle. Hyde to Hagan, the pass goes high, and McMahon's not going to get to it. 6 seconds to go on the penalty, and Marquette has possession.
Utah drops back on this ride, which is smart. They're down a player.
Penalty is released. And Marquette is back to full strength. Hallam sprints off, Freeze gets on. Now Foster also joins him as Kirshner is working back at X. Foster has nobody on him right now.
Good skip pass right there. Great ball movement.
Griffin Freeze looking to stretch out the defense. Gets a step shot and a score. Griffin Freeze with a laser.
Really nice shot from their favorite spot, that top left position. Marquette loves to shoot from out there. Really good skip pass here to behind the goal. This guy's got great eyes on the whole field. Switches fields.
Freeze a little shake, gets his defender moving, and he beats the netminder, De Cesare. Got to be something in the scout about how that's a point of weakness for the goalkeeper, because Marquette has shot from there again and again.
Right, and you know, I've seen that from them. They just love to shoot from there. I mean, it is a righty power position, right?
And after a face-off violation by Thomas Washington, Utah turns it over. That's huge. They not only had a man advantage there because Marquette was caught in the substitution game.
Yeah. Yeah,
but that's been where they thrived all game.
Right. They weren't able to take advantage that time, but they have in the past.
Marquette with the chance to tie it up on this possession. First midfield line back out there. Freeze, a lefty shot this time, doesn't go. Don't see him shoot lefty all that often.
Mm-hmm.
Marquette will look to Freeze to initiate from up top. One of the team captains, Garrett Moya, told me nobody has worked harder in the offseason than Griffin Freeze. And it's been paying off so far this season. O'Grady, he's got a short stick matchup. Not the most physical Dodger. Gets inside, bouncer, save made, either a save or a pipe. Big ground ball here, and hoovered up by Will Foster. That's a big one.
Yeah, great teamwork on that ground ball by Marquette.
You saw Chris Kirshner come through and take out the defender. Foster gets the stick in there and picks it up. Marquette will have the ball still.
Attacking from behind now. They're doing a good job. Marquette is doing a good job of attacking from all corners of the offense.
Cowan gets a step, shoots, save made by De Cesare. Cowan was coming around the corner, and the goalie read it all the way.
De Cesare stayed real tall there. That was a good save.
Watch Foster on this defensive possession. He's been out there for a while, so maybe some tired legs. He's matched up with a long pole, so he might get the chance to get off. And they're going to try to take advantage in the substitution game. Andriella, good recovery from Marquette. Logan Crines took the right assignment there.
Yeah, Marquette's done a pretty good job with that today, that transition defense.
Moyer, a stick all up in his gloves as Alieri, I believe, blocked that
save.
shot. Ball bounces all the way out, and it'll be a reset of the shot clock.
He either saved that with his stick or his leg. It looked like a bounce shot. I can't tell. It was so fast I couldn't tell how far it came back up.
Third save of the day for Alieri. Freeze is out there on defense right now. Oh, that one hit the pipe.
That's right. They get a new clock.
Nearly went bar down.
Great defense there, leading with the stick.
Moyer fires one. It looked like somebody got a piece of that ball. And Marquette will be able to get back to their normal defensive matchups. McMahon with Freeze covering him. Andriala cuts inside, can't pick up the pass.
Good double there by, great defensive set by Marquette.
David LaMarca picks up the ground ball, and Marquette will clear. Second midfield line will now get some run after a long shift from the first line on offense and defense there. Granger will try to get Marquette an advantage in the sub game. Blanc charging downhill, leans in, pass to Melendez back at X, tries to get one to O'Grady, who gets pounded.
Yeah, lots of pressure on the crease attackers there.
Somebody's twig snapped there.
Uh-oh.
Broken stick, looks like Andriala. And off he trots now. Reset of the shot clock to 60. And Luke Blanc has it up top.
Can look for action off the pick here.
Ruben Santana, physical defense. Slide comes. Marquette maybe with a favorable matchup somewhere here.
Ooh.
Almost
Nice.
a beautiful feed there from Washburn.
Nice stick by the goalie.
A lot of sticks got in that lane. As Cowan moves it back to X. O'Grady comes around. Ooh, an underhand
No
shot
look.
and a flag comes.
Looks like it was a check to the head or the helmet.
So Marquette will go man up again. A slash against Ryland Lemons. We'll see if we can get a good angle here. O'Grady comes around. Yeah, he took the pole directly to the grill.
That's a risky check when you're taking those big swings.
Lemons will serve the minute penalty. Melendez up top. Marquette moving around.
1 and 2 on the crease for Marquette, so they're going to be looking inside.
Cowan to Blanc. Now Melendez up top. Blanc cutting inside, can't handle the feed. Would have been a good look.
He handcuffed them a little bit with that pass, but it really wasn't a good cut.
Marquette seems to have an attackman now on defense, but Utah turns it over.
Good job by Marquette defense.
Oh, and
there.
actually, never mind.
Saving presence. Oh, there must have been a deflection there. .57 on the shot clock here. They're going to try to kill the penalty. Utah will.
It looked like Marquette may have been offsides for a second, but they got situated.
It's quite a sophisticated substitution game they got going now. Penalty is released.
Back to even strength. 7 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Casey Wasserman. They move it around. Brandon Wilson. Back to X. Good move from Rogers. Nobody marking Hyde right now. Pass inside. Ground ball picked up by Corsell. Marquette might have some numbers.
We can figure it out, Red. Let's go.
Cowan, a hop and he scores. Devin Cowan goes top shelf.
Oh, really impressive transition for Marquette. You could tell the Marquette defense was getting everyone really pumped up. And they did not miss the opportunity at the other end.
You see the reaction from Billy Rojak and the rest of the bench. Marquette hyped up after number 29 with a rocket.
Another high shot, off-stick high. Marquette's had some success in that corner of the goal for sure.
Devin Cowan, first team All-Big East last year, the first Marquette underclassman ever to 30 goals in a season, which he did last year.
And oh, how important this face-off is.
9-9, under 6:30 to play in the third frame. Ground ball, Mason Woodward's there.
Great pickup, goosed it to himself.
Thomas Washington, 10 of 15 on faceoffs. He's been critical today. Woodward gets knocked to the turf, no whistle.
Marquette gets their offensive personnel on the field.
Freeze to O'Grady, switches to the right, save made. De Cesare, ball is loose on the carpet, and it's picked up. Almost caused turnover there, but Utah able to maintain possession. Maybe some numbers now for the Utes, never mind. As
Get a little slow break. Marquette did a good job of getting back. Now they're matching up.
Andriella has the ball. He'll have the long stick against him. Josh Stout now coming out of the midfield. Back to Rogers, set X. Working on the right-hander, Zach Granger.
A lot of settled offense from behind these days, initiating from behind.
Stout against Hallam. Foster trying to shut off Rose here. Got a nice stick check in there.
Good aggressive defense from Marquette.
Hallam against Stout. Now Rose will get off. McMahon has a step in the substitution game. Aaron Joseph puts a stick on the turf.
Holds onto the ball momentarily. That's a tough one because your whole sideline's telegraphing that advantage on the substitution.
Marquette almost had a goal on the doorstep from Aaron Joseph, but the pass was tipped and he couldn't quite handle it. And now Utah will head the other way with a fresh 80.
And look for them to control the possession here. They're going to get the right people in the right spots before they really take any risks.
Stout out there with Andriella and Moyer. Rogers on attack.
It's a good move by Utah. They're a little younger, right? You want them to have confident possession.
Andriella up top for Moyer. Stout, oh man.
Great stick.
Woodward has a step. Mason Woodward fires, it's high.
Ooh.
And the backup is there for Marquette. He's done that before,
yeah.
And it is electric when he can convert.
Yeah.
But that shot just a bit high.
Now Marquette will get the right offensive personnel on the field while still attacking the goal. That's great dynamic team offense.
Washburn back to X. Cowan to Blanc. Ball is popped up. Loose ball picked up by Carson Moyer. Ooh, Devin Cowan with a huge hit. And he will head off. His stick's broken too. That one was a bit dangerous.
Yeah, we've taken it to the next level here. The sticks are breaking now.
That was a lot of mass coming into the pole of Devin Cowan. We'll see it here. Moyer took a big hit up near the neck area.
And those are the most dangerous ones in the middle of the field.
Devin Cowan, a 1 minute cross check to the head. It's locked in, so non-releasable.
Meaning if Utah were to score during this, right, it won't release. They can continue. The full penalty will be served no matter what.
So Cowan in the box for a minute. And a man-up opportunity for the Utes. They're 1 for 3 on the extra man today.
2 on the crease for the Utes. They get the ball around once. Everyone gets a touch. Spin the defense once, maybe twice.
Moyer wide open in front, and he shoots it wide.
I think he had the stick in the wrong hand.
He is a Canadian, after all, so they're not known for their offhand prowess.
That's
as
right.
Tyler Bradbury comes around the crease and buries one.
He had the stick in the right hand that time. Really a nice move from behind.
Second goal of the day for Tyler Bradbury. Sophomore attackman out of California. You see he takes advantage here as Marquette's defense is scrambling a little bit. Granger was late, and he beats Alieri on the doorstep. 2:52 up on the clock, 10-9 is our score. Utah leads.
And again, Utah will continue to be man up for 34 more seconds here since the penalty is unreleasable.
Big face-off here for Marquette. Washington tries to pick up the ground ball. And Marquette will have it. That's huge.
That was a big one.
Thomas Washington won the clamp and then gets pushed. Great day.
So Utah will try to double here, but they're chasing so far.
And good timeout there for Marquette as Jacob Hallam had a double team on him. 10-9 is the score, 2:34 remaining in the third period. And Marquette takes a pause.
Well, we've seen now both coaches take advantage of a man-down timeout situation, getting the ball, calling timeout, talking through things. We'll see if it works out like it did for Utah with Coach Stimmel and the Marquette squad.
10-9 is our score as we take a look at the last goal from Tyler Bradbury. Yeah, Marquette defense just caught off guard. They didn't expect to dodge from behind the cage on the man down.
That's right. They were trying to reset too. Like someone who was on that person ran away to a different part of the man down defense, and I'm sure they were exhausted at that point.
From the biggest of games to the ones that mean the most to us, whenever you mire, you support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. Marquette fans, the women's basketball team faces the St. John's Red Storm tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Al McGuire Center. Visit GoMarquette.com to purchase your tickets today. So a 1-goal deficit for Marquette. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout. Marquette has now eclipsed Utah in shots. 30-29 is the Marquette advantage. 13 shots on goal for each team. Marquette 1 for 3 on the extra man. Utah is 2 for 3. Ground ball battle still in favor of Utah, 22-18. Not a lot of saves so far today, just 7 combined for the netminders, 4 from Utah, and Alieri of Marquette has 3. Utah still perfect on the clears, 17 of 17, and Marquette 3 failed, 14 of 17. But Marquette has made up for some of those possessions with 5 extra faceoffs won. They're 13 for 21, and Utah is 8 for 21.
Yeah, really evenly matched. Definitely the battle we had hoped for.
And here's an interesting one. Marquette's defense has caused 10 turnovers. Utah has caused 2.
Yeah, you definitely see the aggressiveness on the Marquette defense side.
Melendez trying to get away. He falls to the turf and loses possession.
A little shaken up.
He's dealing with an ankle injury anyway. He was probable to play in today's game. Fortunately for Marquette, he was able to go, but you could see a little bit hampered by that ankle injury. Trying to get loose now on the offensive side for his team as the defense tries to strap in here against Utah. Bradbury, he has Woodward on him. Good communication there on the pick play. Corsell defending Andriella. Moyer coming from midfield.
The flip.
Moyer defended by Hallam. Ball is loose. Big GB here. And Marquette has it. Mason Woodward able to win that one. You see the aggressiveness in the Marquette defense again. And another broken stick as Jordan Hyde now gets detwigged.
Wow.
Ooh, caused turnover there for Stout. Hallam somehow maintains possession. Ball is loose. Combear picks it up. A lot of action there.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth, but Jason Woodward is having a really great game. He is mixing it up, picking off passes. A great check on that last one.
Mason Woodward, 5 ground balls, 5 caused turnovers today. Utah can take up the rest of the quarter. 10 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. He could basically unplug the shot clock at this point. 35 to go. And Utah seems content.
Holding for the last shot. You'll see how Utah's pulled a lot of their players away from the ball, so they have room to cut to the ball off of this dodge.
Bradbury currently has a short stick in Hallam. So Marquette's defense a little bit askew from the way they normally like to line up.
Gonna hold till 10 on the clock.
Bradbury working on Hallam. Stick is, oh, flag thrown. As Marquette picked off the pass, so Utah will have a man advantage heading into the fourth. It's a 1-goal advantage for Utah. Eric, that was not as high scoring as the first 2 quarters, but
right,
it was entertaining.
We thought we had a nice clean game going into the second half, and now we've had a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes, ball on the ground a little more. But both teams are battling.
We'll take a quick break here, but when we come back, 15 minutes to decide the winner in this contest right here at Valley Fields.
We're different here. We don't just get up for another day. We rise. We don't just work. We endeavor. We're women and men, for and with others. We have hope, we believe, and we celebrate. Why are we different?
So we can be the difference.
Welcome back to Valley Fields as we await quarter number 4 between the Marquette Golden Eagles and the Utah Utes. Alongside Eric Simon, I'm Dan Abington here on National Marquette Day as the Utes travel eastward for a matchup here in Wisconsin. Not as far as they usually have to travel, but still a trip nonetheless, and they have a 1-goal advantage heading into the final 15 minutes of action. Marquette will be man down to start the 4th quarter as Zach Granger has a slash.
And look for Utah to really spread out the man down Marquette defense, because Marquette's being very aggressive on defense. So the way that you deal with that is by spreading out, making them run a little longer.
Man down unit for Marquette is Woodward, Lamarca, Logan Crines, Noah Verlinde, and Jacob Hallam.
They got 2 on the crease. Big diamond around the outside of the set.
Working the ball around the perimeter. Now a 6-out set. Some cutters moving around as Hyde switches to the right hand. He's a left-hand dominant player.
And they give him a new shot clock.
30 seconds left on the penalty. Utah on the power play here. Hyde to Moyer. Back behind the cage. Stout takes a gallop and now moves it around.
Open again.
Big shot from McMahon, save made by Alieri.
And a new shot clock again.
Penalty is released as a pass inside is jarred loose. Ball is still on the ground. Lamarca vacuums it up. And he sends a grounder to Alieri. Smart play there by the young defender. Marquette moves it ahead. Successful clear. Hallam takes a hit, but completes the pass regardless. And Marquette is on offense. Unsuccessful extra man for Utah. Foster trots on. T. Freeze and Kirshner again. Foster has shown some spectacular vision so far today.
He's got a short stick, trying to take advantage.
Cowan working on Boylston. Now up top for Melendez. Dallin Tanner guarding him. Foster goes to the left, heads inside, falls to the turf. I believe, yeah, shot clock reset came in later. Foster shoots and he goes 5-hole. Will Foster, what a home debut.
Yeah, what a great shot. Looking low, used his defender as a screen a little bit.
First goal of the Marquette career for Will Foster. We'll take a look at the replay here. Gets the ball goal line extended. Barely got a step on his defender and somehow able to beat the defense and tie this game at 10-all.
Not the cleanest Marquette team offensive set there, but they kept working for it.
Will Foster impressing in his first game in Milwaukee. Washington had his stick around the neck of Cole Brams.
Kind of got tangled up right from the start there. It's unfortunate.
Early shot from Brams. Oh, great move by Mason Woodward to get loose.
Again, he scoops it up.
You were talking about Combear having a vacuum at the end of his stick. How about Mason Woodward?
Yeah, he's really playing real well today. The ground balls have been hugely helpful to the Marquette's effort.
Here's O'Grady trying to give Marquette a lead. Cowan, that one way off the mark.
That's kind of shows us why the goalies don't have as many saves. A lot of shots have been real off the mark today.
O'Grady working on Josh Rose. Melendez barely keeps that ball in. Almost a Marquette turnover. 30 on the shot clock. Melendez comes around. Stegman.
Nice ball movement.
Here's Washburn on the invert. Stegman, shot, save made. DeCesare.
DeCesare has been pretty good when the shooter drops his stick and goes high. He's been pretty good up there.
Dallin Tanner advances the ball forward, and now Utah will settle. Combear still out there on offense. Now he comes off. Moyer trying to get an edge in the sub game. Andriala shot, big save. Michael Alieri. He was getting beat high early, but that one he makes the stop.
That's right, that's a risky shot too because the goalie's looking right at him. Had his feet set.
Marquette will settle things down a little bit after it looked like they might go in transition.
They got 60 on the shot clock, plenty of time.
Freeze now onto the field. He gets the rock right away. 10-10 is our score.
He's got the short stick and he's dodging from the top left.
Good recovery from Colby Plotz, who came on the slide.
Another short stick here.
Looks back to the bench after getting some instruction. Outside shot. Tried to go through 3 defenders and the netminder, and that one doesn't convert.
Yeah, same shot selection, dropping the stick, going high. He did have a screen, but it didn't work out.
Santana tries to put his weight into Freeze, but Freeze stands him up.
So we know Utah's going to try to slow it down here a little bit, but can they get quality opportunities attacking the goal while doing that?
Casey Wasserman, younger brother of Bryce Wasserman, MLL MVP a few years back. 2 Wasserman brothers on this Utah team. Granger defending. Rogers back to X. Here's Wasserman with a short stick. No goals yet on the year for Casey. Moyer, he's open, shot. He beats Alieri to the corner.
That's a really good shot, but also the work that the team did around him to move the ball was fantastic.
Carson Moyer, product of the Hill Academy, takes this pass, has a bit of an opening, fires one overhanded right to the bottom corner. Alieri unable to get down in time. And it's 11-10. Utah leads. Thomas Washington and Cole Brams again. A hold against somebody. And it's against Washington. Brams has countered well in this second half.
Yeah, the faceoffs are getting even more intense.
Combear picks up that ground ball. Now another big one. Both teams scrapping for it. David Lamarca, a smooth play. Lamarca has also been impressive early on for Marquette. Caused turnover leader heading into today.
The defensive long poles for Marquette have fantastic sticks.
8:25 on the clock as Pierce Washburn puts his weight into Rose. Washburn, a 6'2" midfielder, has some size for Marquette, which a lot of their midfielders have not in recent years.
Nice pick.
Foster's open, and he fires that one a bit wide. Good recovery from the Utah defense. Cowan gets bodied off. Foster, a big shot off the pipe. That'll be a reset. And it's Marquette ball.
Two very nice offensive sets. One from Utah, now one from Marquette.
Washburn again putting his shoulder down. Now Melendez at X.
And they're moving the ball very well, using each other. Eyes are up, always looking for an open cutter.
Foster working on Santana. Ball was loose for a second. Washburn, the jump shot, save made by the leg of De Cesare, and it's another reset. Here's Cowan, gets a pick from Foster. He's got a short stick now.
Lots of attack from behind at X.
They're gonna leave him be. Santana on a bit of an island. They now send Boylston. Melendez, all tangled up. Ball is loose. Melendez accidentally goosed it to the other team. And Utah survives a long possession.
Yeah, good job taking care of the ball once it got on the ground by Utah.
Utah will settle a little bit here with 6:30 to go in the game. Here's MJ McMahon, two-time goal scorer today. Now back to Rogers. Ooh, they called a tip.
That's right. All right, Utah will hold on to it.
Looked like that one was going Marquette's way. Fans not happy about the call. Players not so much.
Great job getting your stick up by the Marquette defense there. They blocked a shot with their stick.
Another big GB.
Wow.
Picked up by Mason Woodward.
Marquette defense is taking care of the ball.
Here's Zach Granger to Jacob Hallam. Hallam with a step, shoots, and it bounces high. Backup isn't there.
Utah is definitely taking advantage of those shot backups. Both their defense and offense knows to be closest to the ball where it goes out when it's shot.
De Cesare all the way up near midfield right now. All the way out of his cage. 5:20 on the game clock. Just a one-goal deficit for Marquette. Utah settling things down, trying to kill some clock. Carson Moyer. Now to Andriella. Jared Andriella. Physical dodger. Santana shoots, save made by Alieri. Looked that one all the way into his pocket.
Nice work. Good
Big
patient clear here too. They need it. They need to hold on to the ball.
Granger moved that ball ahead for Marquette.
Every one of the long poles on Marquette's doing a stick skill session out here.
A lot of credit to defensive coordinator Jake Richard.
Yeah, they look sharp.
Griffin Freeze has that pass knocked down, and Marquette maintains it. Jake Richard and Bo Laurie, the two defensive-minded coaches on the Marquette staff. Andrew Stimmel in charge of the offense. As O'Grady, has that one blocked. Ground ball picked up by O'Grady. He's got 3 on him, and he keeps possession. Oh boy.
Great job, and he drew a lot of attention too, tired him out.
Freeze to Melendez, big hit applied by Plotz. Ground ball goes Utah's way. Josh Rose in transition. Rose to Bradbury, Rogers, bouncer goes.
And the Utah bench is fired up. Really did a fantastic job in transition there. That's a textbook 4-on-3 fast break. Really good jump shot, bouncer.
Talk about a juice goal there. Rose to Bradbury to Rogers, barely squeaks past Alieri, but hey, whatever works.
Right, a well-fought team goal, right, that started on the defensive end.
Big face-off here. Washington wins it to himself. Thomas Washington to Cowan, who thinks better of uncorking one there.
Yeah, really good decision. Takes the air out of the Utah bench a bit here.
Last year or 2 years ago, might have taken that shot. But now that he's got a little bit more experience, he knows better in that scenario. Gets his team a settled possession.
Agreed, and I think Marquette has the advantage over that lacrosse IQ, when to shoot, when to pass, over Utah. So they just need to take advantage.
Cowan, hounded by Rylan Lemons, absorbs a few checks to the gloves. Here's Stegman back at X. Melendez cutting, he was wide open. But they can't find him. Washburn coming from up top, now back out. Blanc goes back to X now. He's got a short stick on him. We'll see if he tries to take advantage. Blanc. Pass picked off by Combert. Marquette all over him. Outlet pass. Plotz gets tripped up. Ball's loose. Andriella. Ball's still loose. Stegman comes up with it.
That was a really good job by Woodward there. It's defenseless player as he's going to catch that ball on his back. He did not hit him, but still was able to get the ball loose from his stick.
Maybe a poor decision on the outlet pass there from De Cesare.
A little too much air underneath that. It hung up in the air too long.
Foster up top, uncorks one, save made. De Cesare. Now that, a good outlet pass.
There's one.
Rylan Lemons to Bradbury. Ball is loose. They are going to slow things down. No reason to rush here if you're Utah. 65 on the shot clock and 1:20 on the game clock.
And you'll see Marquette press out here. They need 2 goals.
Bradbury was going to go to the net and then goes away. Alieri pressing out, the goalie. Oh, ball is loose. LaMarca trying to come up with it, and Marquette does. LaMarca gets tripped up, flag is thrown, And it'll be a man up for Marquette.
You could tell the temperature, the emotions are trying to get to the height here. You really have to be careful when you're swinging your stick in an emotional setting like this.
Goes against Jordan Hyde. As we see right here, this ground ball picked up by LaMarca. Big swing taken by Hyde. I don't know about a hold
Yeah,
on that
for
one.
a hold, but really it's a combination of tripping him, holding him as they tripped him.
The lumberjack chop
Uh-huh.
at his legs. 55 seconds, 30-second penalty though. And Cowan will be the initiator for Marquette. Holden Patterson and Luke Blanc out there with the 3 attackmen and Jake Stegman. Marquette has to make quick work here on this offensive possession because they still need another one.
That's right.
Cowan, Melendez. Melendez shoots, it's in! Russell Melendez from up top again.
Not much of a set play there. They just put their best shooters up top, waited for a little bit of a screen.
Russell Melendez, hat trick. As he has some space, went low to high, and that ball finished in the bottom corner.
And if you're Marquette, you're pretty proud of the way that your face-off player has gone done today. I think they have a good shot at picking this up cleanly. Utah's going to do whatever they can to stop this. Look, they're in a very defensive wing position, both sides.
Washington wins it to himself. And Marquette will take a timeout. Huge face-off win for T-Wash.
Won it to himself cleanly. Done that a couple times, same direction. So if you're Marquette, you're in a good situation now.
Washington 13 for 20 at the face-off dot. 4 ground balls on the day for number 3 out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, and he gives his team a chance.
So I think we'll see some more dynamic team offense in these 33 seconds than we did on the last goal. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Stimmel draws up here.
33 seconds up on the clock. Shot clock's at 76, but that doesn't matter, of course. We'll see the personnel that Marquette goes with because both the first and second midfield lines today have been productive when they've needed them to be.
And if you're Utah, it's just a simple reiteration of everything you've done. Sticks up, stay on the inside, give up the outside shot, right? Probably a quick double to some of the Marquette shooters, but they've done a pretty good job today in settled defense.
Just over 30 seconds. Russell Melendez brings Marquette back down 1, and Thomas Washington wins a clean face-off, moves it up to the offense, and they take a timeout to give themselves a settled possession. We'll see who the 6 that come out for Marquette are. Of course, O'Grady, Melendez, and Cowan. And it's the first midfield line. Freeze, Kirshner, and Will Foster. A lot of noise in here on National Marquette Day. Both sidelines amped up. Marquette needs a goal, Utah needs a stop. Doesn't get any better than this.
Right, Marquette starting from the top left, where they love to initiate from.
Devin Cowan. Freeze sets a pick. O'Grady for Melendez, 20 seconds. O'Grady running around. Foster will set a pick. Russell Melendez. The feed, nobody's there. Colby Plotz has it and tosses it up. Alieri trying to get there, he has it. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. And the Utah Utes barely survive in the last seconds.
Really well fought game both ways. Utah showed some discipline for a young team that was really impressive.
Up and down the entire time, fast-paced action. And we got a great contest here on this Saturday, Eric.
Yeah, you know what? Credit goes to Utah for controlling enough of the game to stop Marquette. Marquette really, since the beginning of their Utah's first run, Marquette's been at them all the time, and they were able to stem that.
Well, Utah moves to 2-1. Marquette falls to 1-2, but they will return home for a matchup on Tuesday against Michigan, right here at Valley Fields. So that'll do it here from the Dome on National Marquette Day. Signing off here from Valley Fields, from my partner Eric Simon and our entire crew, I'm Dan Abington. Our final score, Utah 12, Marquette 11. Have a great night.